So welcome in the next slide of solving problems on conditional probability. So now this is question number 4. Probabilities of solving a specific problem independently by the subjects A and B are 1 by 2 and 1 by 3 respectively. If both try to solve the problem independently, find the probability that the problem is solved. And second part of the question, exactly one of them solves the problem. So students, this question is very interesting. Okay. So now here there are the two subjects, and in the question it is given that probability of solving each one of them is equal to 1 by 2 and 1 by 3 respectively. Okay. Then we have to calculate here the probability of solving that question. This is the first part of the question. And second part of the question is probability that exactly one of them may solve this question. Okay, so now here how we can think about to solve first part of the question. So before focusing upon any one of these two part of the questions, we must have to focus upon the parameters. Okay, and those parameters are what? That probabilities of solving a specific problem independently by A, and this is 1 by 2, and similarly for B it is 1 by 3. So these are the two parameters. Means solving question by the subject A, this is one parameter, and solving the same question by another subject B, this is the another parameter. So each one of these two will be assumed as the event of solving problem by A, and E2 is equal to event of solving problem by B. In the question it is given that probability of E1, this is equal to 1 by 2, and probability of E2, this is equal to 1 by 3. So this is already given in the question. Then the event that the problem is solved. So how we can represent this part, okay, or this demand of the question in terms of the event. So how we will be able to represent it? Here problem, if probability of solving question, so this stands for what? So this stands for that either A or B or both of them will solve this question, then we can say that question can be solved. So question can be solved under the condition when either the subject A will solve the question, or the subject B will solve the question, or both of them may solve the same question. Then only we can say that that the question will be solved. So this thing or this event can be represented by the symbol E1 union E2. So this stands for at least one of A and B solves the problem. This stands for event that the problem is solved. Similarly, E1 complement intersection E2 union E1 intersection E2 complement. So this thing will represent what? This thing is representing here that exactly one of them solves the problem. So E1 complement stands for that first subject is not solving question but second subject is solving the question, or first subject will solve the question but second subject is not solving that question. So this is equal to exactly one of A and B solves the problem. So first part, then probability of E1 union E2, that is equal to what? So this is equal to probability of E1 plus probability of E2 minus probability of E1 intersection E2. Okay, and this is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 minus now probability of E1 intersection E2. So probability of solving question by A, the subject A and the subject B. So these events are the independent events. Okay, so that's why we can write probability of E1 into probability of E2. Okay. Here questions are not being solved by unfair means that both of them are questions are not being solved in the collaboration of both of these two. By the question this thing is clear that these questions are being solved independently by A and B. So obviously we can write probability of E1 intersection E2 and this is equal to probability of E1 into probability of E2. This is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3. Then this is equal to 2 by 3, right? So this is our required result for the first part of the question. For the second part, probability of E1 intersection E2 union E1 intersection E2 complement. So this is equal to probability of E1 complement intersection E2 plus probability of E1 intersection E2 complement. So why we are writing this thing? It is so because that both of these two events are exclusive events. Both of these two events are exclusive events. Both of them are not depending upon each other. Isn't it? So that's why we can write it like this, right? And this thing is very obvious from the question. Okay, then next step we will write that probability of E1 complement into probability of E2 plus probability of E1 into probability of E2 complement, right? It is so because that E1 complement and E2, similarly E1 and E2 complement are independent events, because by one deduction we know well that if two events A and B are the independent events, so is A and B complement. Okay, next A complement and B, and third A complement and B complement will also be independent events. So that's why we can write it like this. Then after substituting here the data and simplifying this expression, we are getting the result finally 1/2. I hope that you people have understood this thing. Thank you.